Today, more than ever, leadership teams face a number of challenges in the way they work together. As I said, I've worked for many organizations in many different sectors, and I've worked with hundreds of leadership teams, thousands of leaders across the world. And I've seen 7 things that keep coming up time and time again with the leadership teams I've worked with. The challenges that I've seen facing leadership teams range from a leadership team not having a vision, so that they've got no way really to set and prioritize their strategic priorities. Roles and accountabilities, they're not defined, or if they are, they're ill-defined because no one has really taken the time to conduct the classic RACI on leadership teams and actually enforce that. Decision-making is also another area that I've seen. Leadership teams tend to operate in a siloed vacuum, and they have no approach for how do they make decisions, the types of decisions they make, who makes those decisions, when, is there a register for collecting those decisions, and more importantly, when there's a dispute around a decision, what is the escalation path? The other thing I've seen, the fourth thing, is ways of working and expectation settings. Leadership teams often haven't taken the time to figure out how they want to work together. CEO's expectations of the leader's expectations of the CEO, and the leader's expectations of each other as part of the team. Often we see that as guiding principles and expectations charter as an output. But very few leadership teams I've supported have those things in place. Success measures is another area. Often leadership teams don't know how to hold themselves accountable for the success of their team. Again, sporadic at best and ineffective at worst. Behaviours. This is an important one. I'll come on to talk about this in a bit more detail in a moment. But leadership teams often don't outline the types of behaviours that they expect from each other and themselves. Therefore, it's not surprising that there's no way to hold them accountable for those behaviours or demonstrating those behaviours, because we haven't even taken the time to figure out what those behaviours are. And the 7th thing I've seen that is a challenge is the readiness and ongoing monitoring of a leadership team. Assuming you've addressed all of these 6 things that I've talked through, how do you know if you're ready as a leadership team to take on the challenges of your organization, of your CEO's mandate, of your board's mandate? Very few leadership teams I've worked with have these mechanisms in place already to help them to know if they're ready, as well as part of ongoing sustainment efforts in monitoring how effective they are as teams.